We're from the town with the great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey guys, welcome to Picksburgh. My name is Anthony. I appreciate you joining me for another one of these sports card videos. Today I want to talk about GMA Grading. GMA is a lower tier grading company. They're located in Odessa, Florida. I wouldn't say they're one of the premier grading companies, but they do got one thing going for them. Right now they're promising a 25-day turnaround time, and they're only $8 per card or $6 per card if you do bulk. So anything over 100 cards you send them is only $6 per card to get done. And right now they have some of the fastest turnaround times. Now, for grading companies that are not the top tier, which would be PSA, would be A, and then I'd say B tier is, SGC and BGS. So those are the primary grading companies that really add a lot of value to your cards. The best thing about GMA is, like I said, the quick turnaround time. You'll get it as cheap as possible without paying that much. So most of the time you can be first to the market with graded stuff. And let me show you where that can be kind of important when you're grading cards. Now, some stuff that I'm sending in now is Prism draft picks. Now, a lot of times Prism draft pick cards, like these are some of the hottest cards that just came out. But the problem is regular Prism's going to come out, and these guys are going to be in their pro uniforms, and the prices on these are going to tank. So what I did was I put together a nice stack of cards that are low tier cards to cards that I want to be first in the market on, to get those out there graded to get a premium on before the PSAs, the SGCs, the BGSs, before those start to come out. So I want to show you what I'm sending in, and then I'm just going to explain to you a little bit about what GMA is going to actually look for in the cards and how the process actually works. So I'm going to start by just showing off some of the cards I'm sending. I'm sending this Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's a Donruss Optic insert, lock it up. And I'm really big on Giannis. I think his stuff is going to be big time. He just signed that max extension. Here's another Optic, just base. Here's a Giannis Essentials. Here's a base Mosaic Giannis. Another base Mosaic Giannis. Base MVP Giannis. A second base MVP Giannis. We have a Kyler Murray rookie rush from Rookies and Stars. That's an insert rookie. We have a gold Joe Burrow from Leaf Draft. Leaf is pretty low end as far as cards go. I have a second gold parallel of that card. I have the gold parallel of the All-American. And I have the gold parallel of Tua Touchdown Kings from that set. It's, like I said, it's a really low-end set, but it'll take those cards from being $1 to $2 cards to being about a $30 card. So for me, that's a good enough reason to send it in. Got my man Denny from the Wizards. Got LaMelo Ball. This is the just base. Got my man Ain't No Stoppin' Obi Toppin. Love this card where he's like getting ready to dunk. That's a slick one. Here's the other Obi Toppin from that set with the red jersey. James Wiseman. This guy's going to have a nice career. Now, these ones you're not going to get the full effect on because I am running a green screen. So this is a green prism of James Wiseman. We got the green prism Crusade of Anthony Edwards. And we also got the green prism of LaMelo Ball. So that's the 20 cards I'm sending in currently. I will be paying $8 per card to get those graded. And let me just kind of show you a little bit about what they're going to be looking for when they go to grade these. So the first thing that they look for, and this is the easiest thing to identify. So let me show you on this card right here. First thing they're going to look at is corners. And you can tell that this corner right here is dinked to heck, guys. So any cards that you see that have any kind of corner issues, throw them out. You don't want to mess with those. Next thing that you're going to look at, and this is for more of like the chromium type cards, which I mean, those are like the king right now when it comes to the hobby. So when you look at the surface, you know, where you can look to see where it glistens, you see this one has a big old scratch on the side there. A lot of these also have, you know, like little divots. Sometimes you'll see like what might look on the back like a little, you know, like nail print or something like that. So you want to look really closely, and you also want to look to see if they're, you know, some cards I've seen that might just have like a little speck on there. You know what I mean? It might look like a little speck of dust. Sometimes you can get a cloth and kind of wipe it off. You know, sometimes like you might see that scratch. That might just be like, you know, somebody's finger smudge when they were pulling it out the pack or something like that. So you can wipe it up, and sometimes you can get it clean. What I like to use is the microfiber cloth that you would use to clean glasses with. So those work really well when you're cleaning stuff up. And I would highly suggest you wipe down all of your cards before you send them in, because like I said, a speck, even if it's just like a little piece of dirt, you know, somehow fell inside your top loader or something like that, that could knock you down from a 10 to a 9. So that could be, you know, 4x your investment to 10x your investment. So you don't want to lose that kind of investment. The next thing that they're looking for, guys, is edge wear. And let me show you on this Michael Jordan. I pulled this pack fresh. I don't know if you can see along the top. You see that whitening? That's edge wear. So edging is something that they look out for when grading cards. And as you can see, this came right out of the pack. I opened it on the channel, pack fresh, edges all to heck. So you want to check the edges to make sure there's like no whitening or anything like that. So that's one of the main things they look for. And then the final thing that you really want to check is centering. And it's easiest to check centering on cards like this that have the white border. And essentially you just want to make sure that it looks even left to right, top to bottom. Super easy. So if you can check those things, my suggestion would be for you to go and get a magnifying glass, some kind of lighting. If you don't have a professional lighting, you can just get like a lamp, take off the shade, you know, put the card close to it. What I would suggest is I use these for eBay when I take pictures. I have a ring light. If you can get a ring light, those are great. Then a magnifying glass, you'll be able to see everything really good. And that's essentially what PSA is doing. So if you can kind of replicate what they're going to do to the best of your ability, you'll have the best possible cards being sent in, and you'll be getting the best possible results back. And I'm going to show you GMA's website. For top value on your cards, I would highly suggest going to PSA. PSA is king. Other than that, if you're not going PSA's route, BGS, SGC, those are the other ones that are really good. This one, if you want to be first to the market and you don't want to put a lot of money in, like I said, this is, I'm trying it because I've linked up with some other sellers that are doing this to be first to the market, and they're making bank. So this is a test one for me, guys. That's why I'm not going for the $6 100 cards, because I want to try it first. So I'm doing about a fifth of that as a trial basis. So this is their website, GMA Grading Authentication. So how to submit cards. So, okay, let's get started. Download the form. So that's super easy. Like you literally just download it, you print it out, and you just fill it out. It's super easy. It asks for everything you need right there. Pick your best cards, which if you're filling it out, you should have already have done step 3. If you're even on their website, you probably should have done step 3 already. Okay, protect your cards for shipping. Okay, so essentially what they're talking about here is either card savers or top loaders, which these are here. Card savers are always better because they can't move around, whereas top loaders, sometimes they can slide around inside of the case. So that's why they prefer the card savers, is because it's harder for the cards to get damaged once protected in those, because it holds them in and it doesn't allow any part of the card to touch any part of the sides of the card saver. So you want to protect your cards for shipping. For the purposes of these are lower end cards, guys. I'm not going to send them in card savers. I'm going to use top loaders because they're cheaper, and you know, this is a cheaper lower end thing. Now, if I was sending like Luka Doncic Prism cards and stuff like that, Yeah, I would definitely be using card savers, and I would definitely be sending it to PSA. But for the caliber of the stuff we're sending and just wanting to be first to the market on half of it, we're just going to go top load. These are all pack fresh cards that I've pulled for the most part. So you're going to pack it up and ship. This is easy. You're going to literally just protect your cards, stick them in a box with that form you filled out, and with your credit card information, PayPal, something like that. I'm assuming there's going to be something on the form where you could put your payment information. Then step 6, you relax a few days. So cards take 7 business days to process from the day of arrival. So within 7 business days of it getting there, they'll process it and then it'll get into their grading system, which is really good because some places, PSA, BGS, even SGC at this point, it could take months before they even touch your cards from the time it arrives there. So that's pretty nice. And then step 7, let the discovery begin. So here's the submission checklist. This is all the stuff you're going to need. You're going to need the submission forms. You're going to need to pack your cards in top loaders or card savers. You need to place card, submission form, and payment in a box. Ship cards in either UPS, USPS, FedEx. Any of those is fine. You wait the 7 business days for your cards to be graded and shipped back. If you include your email address on the form, you will receive an email with tracking and the day the cards are shipped. And they do not grade any cards larger than 2 3/4 or 3 4/4, or 3/4, excuse me, or thicker than 138 points. So you just want to make sure, guys, the size of the stuff you're sending. If you're sending in basic size stuff, you're completely fine. They also do jersey cards and stuff like that too, so you're fine with that kind of stuff as well. So you're going to just download the submission form. Here's an example of what filling it out is going to be like. Then here's the middle section and an example of what it's going to be like, the type of cards you're going to be putting in and whatnot. So pretty simple, guys. And the really cool thing is, say you were to be getting this Michael Jordan card right here graded. You didn't know much about it. You said, okay, this is a Michael Jordan card, but I don't know exactly what it is. The cool thing is you can look at the card, and at the bottom there, it always tells you the year, the make, and all that stuff. So everything you need is always on the bottom of the card, on the back. So that's exactly what they're asking you to fill out right here, is that stuff. And then they just kind of go into, how all the cards are $8 per cards. Even the jersey cards are $8 per cards. But autographs, they actually charge $20 per card because they're going to grade it and they're going to authenticate the autograph on there. Or they're going to grade the autograph as well. And then bulk pricing, if you're submitting, like I said, 100 plus cards, it's only $6 per card. And that counts for jersey cards as well. However, autos are going to still be more expensive when it comes to bulk pricing. So shipping fees here, you obviously have to pay to ship it to them. You're most likely going to want to insure your package. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just send mine priority, even though it'll probably ship at a first class rate because of weight. I'm going to send it priority because then I'll get $100 automatic insurance thrown in by USPS. Now, you could insure it for more, but like I said, this is a low-end submission I'm sending in. So this isn't anything that's going to be super high dollar or anything like that. Now, is what I'm sending probably worth more than $100 if I were to sell them individually raw on eBay? Yes. But I'm willing to take the risk at $100 should they get lost. Now, if I was sending this to PSA and it was better stuff, you better believe I'm insuring it for top dollar, especially with the way USPS has been lately. So those are some things you want to think of. They also do charge different shipping fees back to you on the way back based on how many cards you send. So that's why I ended on 20, because it was there were 13 cards I wanted to send for sure. And the shipping breakdown ended at 12. And then the next shipping breakdown ended at 20. So I was like, all right, well, if I'm one over, I might as well go all the way up to 20. So that's how I just ended up with the 20 because of the way the shipping broke down from 13 to 20 cards. So it's pretty simple. The payment information, like I said, will be on the bottom of that form. then they basically are just talking about this is how you're going to pack them. Card savers, top loaders, you know, anyone who collects cards knows what these products are. You know, then they're just going into the different thicknesses and sizes of cards that they will grade. So let me show you the submission form. So this is the submission form, guys. You're going to have your name, street, all your good personal information. Here's where you're going to put your cards and stuff like that. So as you see, there's only 10 there, but then you have extra space here. So they give you these 2 extra sheets to put on extras. So that makes it easy. And then it'll put the exact number of cards. If you have jersey cards, autograph cards, blah, 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 blah. Here's the shipping breakdown, guys. So again, at 1 to 5 cards, they're charging you $18 to ship that back to you. 6 to 12, $20. 13 to 20, $26. 21 to 40, $30 back to you. 40 plus $30 for the first 40 cards, plus 20 cents for each additional card. So when you're getting into bulk, you want to keep in mind they're charging you 20 cents for every single card you're going to have graded after the fact. So nice thing is this is UPS. Everything should be insured coming to you. So if any of your slabs get cracked or anything like that, not only is it going to be insured on that end, but you could probably reach out to GMA and they'd probably, you know, reimburse you for that as well. So guys, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to print this paper out and I'm going to package up these cards. I'm going to get these out in the mail tomorrow. And probably, I would say, in the next month to 2 months, you'll be able to see the grades I got on these. And these will be going straight to eBay and Mercari just for a quick flip, guys. And that's what I want to see, is how tangible is GMA for a quick flip on cards, because they're definitely the cheapest. You know, $8, you know, you can send in 1 card and grade it for $8. That's pretty good. So I want to see how tangible they are. You know, if people will want to buy these, I should be able to break even pretty easily on 20 cards. So we'll see how it goes, guys. Let me know if you have ever tried grading with GMA, if you grade with other companies. I would love to know your experience. So just leave me a comment down below. And guys, until next time, may God bless you and take it easy.